And warm greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mark Emery. I'm the founder of the Community Support Network as well as the World Mission Church. I'm also the pastor as well, leading a small group of committed individuals who are very interested in helping each other get through the times that are ahead. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. All right, we're definitely entering into the times of tribulations, as you're probably very likely aware. I assume that you are. And insofar as that goes, we're going to need to have solutions to deal with the challenges that lie ahead of us. And many of those solutions come from the concept of community, in building a community around us where we can share ideas, strengths, resources, expertise. None of us has all the answers, but together in community, we can certainly provide many of the answers that we're going to need. All right? So let me jump right into it. And I hope that by the end of this presentation, I really think that you're going to find some of these concepts very valuable. So let's talk about it and see what we can do with it. All right? Let's go. So let's talk about the Community Support Network. CSN does exactly what the name implies. We are building communities of support to help you achieve a certain level of independence and freedom so that you can achieve your divine destiny. Many of us are not doing that for the reasons that the system has us tied down. We don't have the time. We don't have the finances. We're too busy trying to survive, and that's not the way God intended us to be. All right? In the Community Support Network, we're bringing forward the knowledge, the resources, the networks, the relationships to give support to help you achieve your divine destiny. All right? We're here to help families. We're here to help support ministries and outreach programs, other community groups, other activities that provide value to people, to families, to communities, to missions. Okay? And as we help you achieve your objectives, you will be making like contributions to help develop the overall community. And so it's a win-win situation, and what more could you ask for, right? So CSN was created by the World Mission Church. And this is not like any church you've probably been familiar with in the past, all right? This is an online community which is dedicated primarily to helping people come out of Babylon, to get out of the Babylonian system, to release the ties that have you bound down to what is essentially slavery, working for Caesar. All right? That is not going to help you achieve your divine destiny. Right? So in the process of doing that, coming out of Babylon, you're going to need to cut the ties. You're going to need to leave certain benefits behind. And so what World Mission Church is focused on through CSN is to help to create alternatives and replacements for those things you currently depend on that come from the Babylonian system. All right? So when you come out of something, you have to go somewhere. All right? And what's waiting for you on the other side? That's the question. All right? So we encourage you to visit the website at worldmissions.world, explore, and you're going to probably be pleasantly surprised with some of the things that you find there. World Mission Church is non-denominational. It's not a registered church. It's not corporate in any way, shape, or form. So it's quite non-conventional in many respects, and you're going to see the teachings that you don't see in the church that you go to right now, more than likely. Okay? So this is the origin and the heart of what's behind CSN. So it's important for you to know that. Okay? The basis of coming out of Babylon comes right out of Revelations in the Bible. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. All right? So, what's that telling us? That if we're involved and entangled in the Babylonian system, we're going to share in the chastisements that are coming based on those sins that are going on in that realm. Okay? Now, what might be some of those plagues? Let's take a look at where we're at today, because this scripture was written for today. I think you know, we're in the end times. We're entering, the end of days. And this scripture, written over almost 2,000 years ago, could not be more accurate or relevant than it is today. So, what are some of those plagues? Let's take a look. So it doesn't take a genius to start connecting the dots and putting the pieces together to see where we are, where we're headed, and what we need to be aware of and concerned about. So it all starts with having the proper spiritual connection with our Creator. That's our hope, and that's what everything must be built on. Without that, anything you do for yourself, man's efforts are like sand in the ocean. So that's the cornerstone of where everything lays. From there, we continue to build our networks, our communities, bring in like-minded people, start working together, sharing our strengths, our skills, our blessings, our talents, and sharing that with each other so that together we become a much more formidable force with a much higher level of capability to get things accomplished. Otherwise, most of us are pretty much just on our own. All right, so that, again, really becomes a no-brainer, right? Things that we'll learn, this would be one example, What if you live on the 10th floor of a high-rise? How would you like to learn how to grow food on your kitchen patio 10 floors up? It's things like this that we're going to need to learn and share and be able to perform services for each other. And we could also talk about so many other things, communications, if the grid goes down, security issues, food storage, and the list goes on, right? I mean, now we're talking about, areas of prepping and what we need to do to survive as a community on the physical plane, once we have the spiritual realm pretty well handled. So on the webpage for World Mission Church, there's this video, and I would encourage you to go look at it. And it talks about creating our own society, which has the alternatives that we need to be self-sustaining outside of the Babylonian system. When that system crumbles, where are you going to be at? If you're dependent on Rome and Rome is burning, where does that put you? Okay? So we're a few steps ahead of the curve, and what we do with this time that we have is going to mean all the difference, all right? So here's a video you really need to see. So go take a look at that when you have the opportunity. And from there, independence starts with finances, right? After you got your spiritual and mental framework positioned properly, you've got to have the finances. And independence requires this. Again, if you're dependent upon a corporate job or an institutional or government job, and again, if Rome is burning, natural disasters start occurring, economic collapse starts occurring, bank system failures start occurring, where does that put you? Okay? So you've got to wean yourself from that dependency and develop a level of independence as it relates to finances. That's really first and foremost. And when you can do that, all of a sudden you have some time freedom to start doing the things that are really important to you, rather than just trying to survive and pay the bills and, let the family deal with whatever they can, on their own. That's where a lot of people are, and that's not the way it was intended. So in building business and finances, you're probably familiar with Robert Kiyosaki and his cash flow quadrant. It's been around for years, and this is a beautiful analogy. As an employee, you have a job, and you're selling your time, which is your life, to someone else for a fixed fee. So that's the situation. You're selling your life for a fixed fee with very little upside potential, and you have a high level of dependence. All right, so let's say you move to the next quadrant, self-employed. All right, now you own your own job. You can work when you want, you can take off when you want, you don't have a boss to report to, but guess what? The fly in the ointment here is that when you stop working as a self-employed, you are now unemployed. Your income stops. Right? So a lot of people have aspirations to become a business owner, where you actually own the business, which is a system where you have people working for you. And you can step out of the picture, take a vacation with the family, or spend a couple of weeks recovering from an illness. The system is still working for you, generating cash flow. However, most business owners would readily admit that they quickly have become a slave to their business, and that's a problem too. So ultimately, you need to have your money working for you so that your time is not necessarily required. And that's the ultimate position to be in the cash flow quadrant. Okay? So that's the direction that we're headed with our community members. Okay? So just so you have a paradigm there. And in the process of doing this, you're going to gain knowledge. And this knowledge is more valuable than gold or money or anything else. Once you have knowledge, nobody can take it away from you. It's as good as being secured in a gold vault buried in the mountains of Switzerland. All right? That's your treasure, is the knowledge that you will gain from not only what you're going to learn in our community, but from the other members as well, and the new relationships that you develop. So this is the gold that we're seeking, is the knowledge to be able to do things we've never done before. Now, who would like to have that? Everybody. This is something that the world is seeking. I'd be hard-pressed to take any crowd and find more than 1/4% who would not be thrilled to have access to knowledge, to be independent, have more time for themselves, their family, financial independence, spend time on their pet projects, personal self-development, family, community, whatever. Okay, so this is something that is in high demand, that literally everybody needs. Okay, so this is the position that we're putting ourselves, all right? Now, in terms of starting a business, a financial enterprise, there's three basic ways to do it. You can buy an existing business or a franchise for a huge sum. Most people don't have that money, okay, these days. Some do, and God bless them, but it's a heavy investment on the front end. Or you can start your own traditional business, all right? That's going to require a lease or a building, leasehold improvements, furniture, fixtures, equipment, inventory, a budget for marketing, payroll. You really need to have a budget to operate for the first couple of years. And it's well known with small business administration that more than 80% of startups fail within the first 2 years. So that entire investment is out the window and you're back to where you started from. That's not very attractive, especially in a weak economy with what's coming ahead for us, okay? So the last option that we have is the best option, and that's to provide something that people need. That knowledge, relationships, community, independence. And we use a viral marketing or network marketing model, which is one where everyone wins, and the cost is next to nothing. Okay? So let's talk about that. What some people don't fully understand viral marketing or network marketing. It's really simple. All right? It's word of mouth advertising. In this example, you got 3 people who tell 3 others, you've got 9. Then 3 more is 27, and it just starts compounding. And so what you're developing is leverage. All right? And if all of these people become customers or contributors to your independence, you're developing leverage through the power of duplication. This has a positive impact on society because not only are you gaining the benefit, but every one of your clients, customers, community members, they're also benefiting from the knowledge and perhaps even the cash flow if they go that route, okay? Unfortunately, some people see a structure like this and they don't understand it. Okay, in our system, it's real simple. What does it cost to get involved? One time only, $25. That's it. You're going to pay $25 to your sponsor, and once you do that, you're qualified to receive donations from your referrals. So on your first 3 referrals, they'll be sending you $25 each. All right? And then as they make referrals, when that level 2 moves up to level 2, like you just did, you'll have up to 9 people sending you $50. When level 3 moves up to level 3, you've now got up to 27 people sending you $100 each, and you can see how it progresses. It's quite substantial, to say the least. This is the power of leverage using duplication through viral marketing. All right? Now, what some people don't understand is they see this kind of a structure, and because of their lack of knowledge or experience, the first knee-jerk reaction they have is, oh, this looks like one of those pyramid schemes or Ponzi scheme. That's a Ponzi scheme. Well, it just indicates the person saying that doesn't understand, okay? I'll tell you why it's not. First of all, there's zero risk. Do you want to tell me that for the knowledge that you can gain, the relationships you can build by being a part of this community, that's not worth $25? I've paid $10,000 for one single program to teach me how to do certain things in business. And that $10,000 program did not provide me near what CSN can provide. Okay, so that's just a real life comparison. $25 for the value you receive. There's absolutely zero risk. And with only one referral, they're going to make a donation to you for $25. You've got your money back. Now, folks, I hate to tell you this, that is not a pyramid or a Ponzi scheme. Okay? One referral, your money back, zero risk from the beginning. So there are absolutely no losers. Everyone wins. All right? And this is not a money game. This is an independence game. Basing our wealth on spiritual empowerment, personal empowerment, knowledge education, relationships, getting into a wide variety of important survival topics, advanced finance, legal, and investment strategies, and a whole lot more. So it's a no-brainer. It's just an absolutely no-brainer. Now here's a gal, been in network marketing for just a couple years. Let me share with you her comments. She's been very successful. And here's what she says. Network marketing is one of the smartest business models on the planet. It's a model where it takes ordinary people like me and helps them to achieve extraordinary results. Where else could a formerly shy teacher in her 20s compress a 30 to 50 year career into 3 to 5 years and elevate to success that others only dream of? And most people can't even conceive. I've fallen head over heels in love with our profession. And if I had to recreate my wealth all over again, I would do it in network marketing. All right? And what people don't understand is that the business model of network marketing has created more millionaires than any other business model on the planet. And these are typically ordinary people. I have a financial client, very young couple, making over $2.5 million a year in Herbalife, of all things. All right? So people are doing it, you know. So here's some more resources for you. If you go to YouTube, there's my Exit Babylon channel, has all kinds of information on there, but what you want to look for is the playlist Strategy 2020. And you'll see a variety of presentations and videos with different perspectives on what we're doing here. Okay? If you want more details on how the financial peer-to-peer donation system works, you can look at that first video, how it works, and that'll explain in detail in less than 18 minutes. Okay? I'm not going to get into great detail here because I want to give you the big picture. And you can go there when you have the time. All right? So here's an article. 26-year-old college dropout makes $15,000 a month with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency without breaking a sweat. The cryptocurrency space is highly dynamic. Chances are you're not that involved in it, and maybe you'd like to be. That's one of many areas that will help you learn to master. All right? So in our community center, we have different sections, each focusing on different topics. All right? Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is one of about 10 different venues that we have on different subject matter. Okay? And we'll be adding to that. So just as an example of one of the many areas of interest that you'd be able to learn about for what? $25 one time. But I hate to tell you this, but you're not invited to join yet. Okay? This is by personal invitation only. This is a very select community, and we only want certain types of people to associate with. And that's the beauty of being basically in your own business, because you can pick and choose who you want as your partners. This is not for everybody. In fact, probably it's not for a majority of people. Again, it's very select, and the people that we're looking for are like-minded. They share our values and faith, because this is a faith-based operation. And again, without that, you've got nothing. You're not going to succeed in the days that lie ahead. So you've got to have that. We want people who can make a commitment and stick with it. And sadly, that's a very rare thing these days. People just don't know what commitment is anymore. Okay? We're looking for folks who are willing to learn and follow instruction. You know, as soon as you come across somebody who thinks they know it all, stay away from that person. They're not going to rub off good energy on you. We're all here. We're all learning from each other every day, right? So we come in with a humble heart and willing to learn. we certainly don't want people who will quit at the first breeze of resistance. Okay, the first obstacle that comes up, oh, I can't do this, this doesn't work. Well, people who say that, no, it's not that this doesn't work, it's that you don't work. Okay, that's what it comes down to. The only way to lose in life is to quit. Winners never quit, and quitters never win. So that's important, all right? And last and certainly not least, we're looking for people who are willing and able and happy to help others, because that's how we build our community, that's how we build our success, is helping others achieve what they want to achieve. Napoleon Hill said it best in one of his books. To get what you want, all you need to do is help other people get what they want. Help others get what they want, and you can have anything you want. So it's all about helping others. And that's basically the Christian mission in a nutshell right there. All right, so it's all wrapped up. So these are the kind of people that we're looking for, and that doesn't fit everyone's MO. So we would be happy to invite you to a conversation if you feel that you meet those qualifications, all right? And if that's the case, then we invite you to discuss this further with the person who referred you or introduced you. So get back to them and start the conversation. And let's see if we're a match for each other, okay? Now, if for some reason you don't have a personal invitation from somebody, go to the website at csn.world and just open a guest ticket, get some personal assistance, and we'll help you with that. Okay? So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, folks. It's pretty simple. You know, we've got an exciting community with just tremendous value here, and if you qualify, we'd certainly look forward to sharing this with you and helping us all achieve the divine destiny that's been created for us before we were even born. All right? So that's all for now. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for making it all the way to the end. And I look forward to helping you succeed and achieving your divine destiny. All right. Take care. God bless.